Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today's video, it's gonna be a quick breakdown on how we generate leads and set appointments. All right, if you've been following our channel by now, you should know what kind of online marketing and social media advertising mediums you can take to bring customers. Now, these advertisement and marketing strategies and efforts that you are doing, the sole purpose is to get paying customers, right? Is going to get you to get leads, and these leads are people who are interested in buying your cars. And then what you need to do is you need to call these people, set appointments, and bring them into your dealership, right? The next step is to sell them the car once they show up. So let's talk about generating leads and setting appointments. All right, this is our step-by-step process for how we handle the leads, the credit applications, and how we set appointments at our used car dealership. All right, this applies to many other places, and you can use the same process, and you can make the process even better for yourself, because that's the true goal of this video. Okay, you got to look at our process and better your process with your own creativity. But anyways, first step is first, of course, we got to collect the leads and the credit applications. These leads in the credit apps are going to come from all your marketing efforts, like I was telling you before, from your website, social media, online marketplaces like OfferUp, Facebook, any other third-party lead generation services that you have hired on, right? So these people are going to provide you with a customer's name, phone number, and email if possible. Those are the triple threat of your leads, right? Name, phone number, and email. You got to make sure you got those three so you can communicate with your customers in a text message, phone call, or email as well. Okay, and now all of these leads are captured and they are recorded in your CRM, which is a customer research manager, or just a customer manager, right? It's a software where you have your customer's name, phone numbers, and emails all stored online. So think about your Facebook friends. That is considered a CRM, which is your customer research manager, because you have friends' names, phone numbers, sometimes emails of them in your cell phone, and you have their profile pictures, etc. Right? Your contacts list on your phone. There we go. Contacts list on your phone is considered a CRM because it has names, phone numbers, and emails of people who are potentially customers. Right? So, hang on. Now, if I haven't already, I'm going to give you some examples of CRM systems that you can use. Okay. Keep in mind that CRM softwares are available for free online, and they are available paid versions as well. Okay, so we'll go over that later. But once you get the customer's first name, last name, and email, most of the time you will get an application if you have the system in place, right? But the second step, after one, you collect the lead and get the credit application. Step number two is for you got to qualify the lead. This is going to be your make or break the deal. This is what's going to save you so much time, so much energy. And of course, it's just going to save you fucking money, right? So you got to qualify the leads, because if somebody cannot buy a car and somebody's not realistic, they're not really a lead, they're not really a customer, you shouldn't be wasting your time on that, all right? If you have your requirements where you don't need any repossessions on their credit file, or you need good credit, and you have a customer with a repossession and bad credit coming to talk to you, that's not a lead. You can quickly qualify that lead. That is not a buyer. You can send them on their way, right? And move on to the next person who's the real buyer. So qualifying the leads. Once you collect the leads, you need to qualify them to determine if they're ready to buy or not. Like I was telling you, you can use email, phone number, text messages, and you can also use chat bots, which are automated systems that will respond to frequently asked questions from customers. But what I like to do is I like to either make a video or create a website which shows all the requirements that a customer may need, so you can send that to them. And that way you don't have to sound like a broken record, repeating, telling the customer the same thing over and over, different customers, because you will get tired of that. I promise, to the point where you will be upset when customers call you and they ask you, what do I need? What do you guys need? How much down do I need? Trust me, that's going to piss you off. But with the system that you have in place, like your website or your video, you can send that to them, and that video will talk for you. It will be the same conversation that you would have on the phone, except the customer would see it straight. They would hear it straight at their own terms. They can rewind and they can read back and never miss a beat. All right, so that's very important right there. So let's say you have gotten the lead, you have qualified the customer, and the customer can't buy. Got to send them on the way, move on to the next one. Let's say the customer can buy and they didn't come in that day, or they haven't answered the phone. It's your job to follow up. That is step number 3 of this process. You got to follow up with the qualified leads. After qualifying the leads, you have to call them up and you got to provide them more information, answer any questions they may have, because sometimes they're like, oh, you know what, I have bad credit, I can't buy. When in reality, their bad credit is good credit to us, and we can help them buy a car. So it's very important that you talk to them on the phone and kind of get a feel and an idea of what these people are looking for, okay? So the most effective to the least effective, I would say, starts with a phone call. Phone call is number 1. Text message is number 2. Email is number 3. Chatbot, social media is number 4, number 5. Okay, so the best thing you can do is pick up the phone and call the freaking customers and let them know who you are and why they're calling. Now, these people will be encouraged to talk to you because they have filled their information out online. You are not reaching out to brand new people. You are reaching out to leads that are warm leads, which means they have seen your ads before. They may have filled some sort of contact form online, and these people are expecting to get a call, some sort of information from you, right? Of course, you will get those liars that say, oh, I never submitted it. Sometimes customers put the wrong phone number, put the wrong information in. It happens. So you may get those garbage leads, just discard them, move on, and move on to the next one. Okay. So let's say now you have collected the credit applications, you have collected the lead, you have qualified the leads, and you make sure that they can buy. You have followed up with them. The purpose of the follow-up is to schedule an appointment and make a sale. All right. So step number 4 is schedule your appointment. Once you have the qualified leads, you need to make sure they come in and visit the dealership. You need to bring them in, right? And you can use online scheduling tools to do that. These tools can come with your CRM, or you can just do plain old Google Calendar, plain old schedule your text messages, plain old schedule email, reminding your customers of their appointments, right? Letting them know when they need to come in. Be sure you give them your hours of operation, give them your address, and let them know exactly where to find you. If there's a certain special direction they have to follow, go across the street, go through a certain gate, you gotta let them know, right? So that is that. Once you schedule the appointment, customer comes in, we'll handle that later. But let's talk about the credit application. So let's say your customer comes in and they haven't filled out an application online. It's your duty to get that application online. So you need to collect the lead's credit application. Make sure you got to get all the necessary documents. You can use an online application form like I was talking about, or you can do a paper application in person. You can sit down and you can do it manually with your customer, okay? Also, you got to make sure that by submitting the information correctly, the process will go down smooth. And that's what you want. You as a dealer, you want the program and process to go down smooth so people can refer you later on and say, you know what, that guy's process is really smooth. I was in and out real quick, yada, yada, yada. Because people hate wasting time, especially at the dealership all day long, right? Okay. So after you receive your credit application, if you're a finance manager or you're working with banks, you got to verify the credit information. Okay, so you need to make sure that they are who they say they are. You got to make sure their driver's license is valid, or if you can do deals where the license doesn't matter, that's fine. But I would go online on the state's website if you have the capability and cross-check their ID to make sure that their personal information matches the state's information. In your state, they should have online verification tools where you can use that to make sure that their ID from that state is valid, okay? And if not, you got to beware, because some people like to fake stuff and they like to come steal things from you. There are thieves out there. The world is not just a happy place. Believe me, people are bad. All right, so once you get the customer's information, you can check the credit with credit reporting tools, credit check tools. I will go into that in another video. If you want to know more, please hit the comments. Like I said, you're going to get 3 answers. You got either going to get an approved, you're going to get a counter offer, or you're going to get a decline. If it's approved, then you can do the deal with the bank, tell the customer come on in and do the deal. If it's countered, see if the bank's call will make sense to you, and see if the customer will need more down or whatever the counter offer was. See if that works, bring the customer in, do the deal. And then based on the customer's credit information and other factors like the income and how long they've been on the job and the bank that you go and decide to go with, they're going to approve it or decline it, right? So if they decline it, they're going to tell you a reason why. And some banks use an automated system or a manual review process to make the decision. So sometimes you'll talk to just the system, sometimes you'll talk to a live person. And these live people have the option of turning the application around, turning the decline around, make sure that if it was turned down before, they find reasons to approve it, right? So that's how it goes. That's for that right there, for the approval counter or the decline. So once you get the decision from the bank, you have to disclose the results with your customer. You got to let them know, hey, you can contact them via email if they're not there, phone, or text message if they're not physically on the lot. But if they're on the lot, you got to let them know, hey, the bank approved you. This is what we're going to need. We can do whatever you got. But if the bank needs more money, you got to let them know and negotiate. Hey, we need more money down. Your payments went up. You wanted to be at a certain payment, but unfortunately the bank said this, and that, right? So once you disclose that, the next step is going to be finalize the sale. The customer, if they like it, they're going to sign on the contract, and then you're going to print these contracts from the bank, send them out, right? Send them out to the bank, close the sale. And then it doesn't end just right there. Just because the customer drives away with your car doesn't mean the deal is over. Then the deal got to get packaged up. It's got to get sent out to the bank, and the bank's got to send you your money. Sometimes it takes a week. Sometimes it takes 1 day. Sometimes it takes 3+. Sometimes it takes a month. It all depends. Okay, we're going to go over certain scenarios of what can happen and what can delay fundings from the bank later. But that is the gist. All right. Your online marketing efforts is going to get you a lead. And it's your job to collect the lead information, get a credit application, submit the credit application to the bank, get it approved, follow up with your customer, bring the customer in, go on a test drive, sign the paperwork. Once you sign the paperwork, package the deal up, send it to the bank. Bank does their verifications. They send you a check in the mail, or they send you direct deposit to your bank right away. Okay, and then you use that money to pay off your car or buy another car, repeat it, do the process all over again. And now the same thing would apply if it was a cash deal. Customer goes online, submits an application without a social, without a job, just their information, letting you know that they're interested in a certain car. It's your job to pick up the phone, give them a call, set the appointment, have them come in, test drive the car. If they like the car, they're going to give you the cash in hand. You're going to do the paperwork. You get the money right away. There's no need to send it to no banks. Good to go. End of story. Now your next step is going to be to transfer the title, which transferring the title is a whole nother section. We can do that later on. Okay, but I don't want to keep this video too long, so I hope you got all the information that I just put out there. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. We got some more videos coming. I hope you found some value in this one, and sorry I didn't have too much to show you, but in the next couple of videos we're going to go over some softwares, we're going to go over marketing and all that stuff. Okay, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Let's rock and roll. Let's get rich, right? Take care.